now, and you can be pissed at me if you want. I am taking him to jail.
A domestic violence incident occurred involving a couple with a history of ongoing conflict. Tensions escalated around Thanksgiving, including an altercation with a family member and concerns over medication. The male partner was arrested for trespassing and damaging property.
Hey, are you?
Good.
You Mr. Proctor?
Yeah, I called about reporting of domestic violence.
All right, what's going on?
Me and my girlfriend have been getting in fights recently. Thanksgiving, we had a falling out at her parents' house. Her daddy came running up the stairs, cussing me, threatening me, and we ain't been good since. They have an abusive relationship, and he's been being weird with that since then. We've been getting off, so I was going to leave. We talked about it last night. I'm getting my stuff together to leave, and then she starts blocking the door while I'm trying to get my stuff together to leave. And
You live here as well?
Yes.
All right, who all lives here?
Me, Nikki, and my two roommates live upstairs.
Okay. So,
I'm her roommate.
I got you. So, what's your name?
Nikki.
All right, so Nikki and Ben. All right, gotcha. Okay, so what I can do is right now there's one of me, there's another one coming, but in the meantime I can take one at a time and talk to you, get you information until the other officer gets here, and then we can kind of take our time to get around to everybody. If you want, since I've already started with him, I'll continue.
I'm just saying, this is her house. He's not even on the lease.
Being on the lease. Okay, hey, okay, we're not going to argue about the lease has.
And I have a past history with her. She doesn't like me to begin with.
Okay, so here's the thing: is what I'm going to do is while you two young ladies are waiting for me to get to you, I'm going to give you some stuff if you don't mind writing just a statement, giving you information about what's happened. I'm going to grab it real quick for you, and that way you can start writing a statement if you'd like to write a statement as well while I'm talking to him. When I get done with him, I'll go to whoever's next, okay? And that way we're kind of working at one time while I'm working around to you. That's fine?
I just want him to leave.
Well, and that's all right. So just while y'all are sitting here, if y'all don't mind just writing me a statement, kind of what's happened today, your involvement, anything you witnessed, just your names, information, if you don't mind. I've only got the one clipboard.
Okay.
And that way, while I'm talking to him, you guys can kind of be writing stuff down.
If we go inside?
That'll be fine.
Okay.
All right, that way we can kind of keep everything dissolved and at bay if we can. All right, so since Thanksgiving, you guys have not been good, right?
Not great. We've been trying to work, but she's got real bad body.
Do you know if she's been properly diagnosed? Or
Yeah, she is, and she doesn't take any of her medication like she's supposed to. Any anxiety, depression, any of that medication. She uses it recreationally, basically. She takes it whenever she's just feeling down.
Is your first name Benjamin?
Benjamin Clayton Proctor. Says 6'3" to 195 pounds. I'm 6'.
No, you're fine. Just name, date of birth. All I need from. Or what? No, so you said Benjamin Proctor, and your date of birth is. Good phone number for you.
912-547-3375.
All right. So, have you been staying here since things have kind of gone sideways with you?
We've been staying here since before that. We were actually in a different apartment together, and the whole time I was trying to get my own apartment, and she wouldn't let me. I was working in construction at Harco Contracting under Jeffrey Harden out there in Bloomingdale, out towards Pooler. She made me quit that job to get a job working more money at Griffin.
All right.
And then once I got at Griffin, let's see what I got here. Once I got at Griffin, she didn't like how many hours I was working, so I quit that and started working at Ruby Tuesday with her. And then she didn't like how much money I was making and would always make a deal out of that and then say money's not an issue. And then things just kept getting sideways. And we've been talking about splitting, and neither of us really wanted to commit to it. And then about the time we decided we were going to, this happens. And also have our history with the other girl, Anna Marie. We went to school together, and then she had a thing for me whenever we first got out, and then that didn't work.
All right. So did you stay here last night?
Yes, I did.
Okay, so y'all woke up today and started, I guess, disagreeing, and then you said, you know what, I'm going to get my stuff.
Yeah, we already agreed that we were going to leave, and we were having disagreements on how that was going to happen, because she had lost the keys to my car for the longest, and I was looking in them today, they weren't in here. So she said I'd left them in my car, and I couldn't find my keys for about the last 4 months now, so I haven't been able to use my car since about right before Thanksgiving, whenever I lost those keys. And all my money I was making was going into her bank account, so I didn't have any access to the money to get another set made. And anytime I asked her, she just kind of pushed it to the side. And I just wanted to leave.
There are 2 young ladies inside that I've got witness statements I'm filling out just because there was 3 of them wanted me. If you want to go start just talking to them and just kind of see what they got to say. I haven't even talked to them yet. He was already in here in the parking lot, so I just started with him. And then once I'm done here, I'll meet y'all inside if that works.
Okay, it's 92.
Yeah, they got some statements to fill out. All right, so you ready to leave? And you said that y'all were in her room, or?
Yeah, and then the door frame's busted because as I was coming back in, I put my chair in there, and she said something that just pissed me off, and I shoved it, and it did hit the desk and make a dent on the wall. Whenever I shoved the chair into my desk, I didn't think it was going to do that. That was on me. But then after that, as I was coming back out, because I came back out to get my tool set to take my chair apart so I could fit it in my car, she locked the door as I'm walking in it. And as I'm pushing into it, I bust the door frame down. Like I pushed into it like hand and knee, just like as I was walking through it. And I was walking mad and quick. I wasn't like intentionally trying to bust it.
All right, so you got locked out of the room?
Yeah, as I was trying to just get my chair, and that's like a $600 chair I was just trying to get. And I told her that's all I was doing was getting that chair, and then I'm leaving.
Okay. You got everything else of yours out of the apartment, or?
Yes, ma'am. I have everything that I need right now. Everything that besides a few clothes and stuff, but that's all I really need.
Okay.
I just didn't want to leave my chair or any of that more expensive stuff over here.
All right. Now, I mean, I understand the majority of today, to my understanding, was verbal. It was just a lot of arguing back and forth.
The only physical was like with it, like through a door with it being locked and walking through it. None of that was none.
Nothing got physical between the 2 of you. No throwing of items. No shoving of stuff.
I mean, I like toss something on a desk dramatically, but nothing more than that. No.
All right. I mean, she's really upset about whatever, so I don't know if that's just because it's just.
I get very vocal and ugly whenever I get mad, but no, I didn't get physical. But I did kind of go out of line with what I was saying. I got real bad temperament issues, and that's why I was just trying to leave.
Okay.
It's hard. She's been through a lot, and we're trying to make it work. I love her a lot, but it's too much at this point, man.
Do you have somewhere else to go?
I can go to my buddy's house or my parents' house. Neville's are right across town. Either way, it wouldn't be an issue. They wouldn't see me again. I got everything I need.
Do you have a key to the apartment?
I know my buddy's either home, or if not, I have a spare key at my parents' house that I can get into there.
Well, I meant like here. Do you have a key here?
No,
okay.
nothing.
How long have y'all been living here?
Since August.
All right.
Prior to that, it was at Southern Downs over Georgia Avenue.
How long were y'all together? How long have you been together all overall?
Close to 2 years.
And now, when you told her you wanted your stuff, was she like hesitant to let you have it? Was she willing to let you have it?
I don't know. It was weird. It's weird because she gets like halfway scared of me when I get angry and stuff, but I don't see myself like that, and I know I don't get physical. So I don't know. It was probably a mix of both, just not wanting me around.
Well, let me go in there and see what they're saying too, and then that way, if we need to, we can at least stand by while you collect what you need.
I have everything I need. It'll just be leaving.
Okay. Do you have the chair as well that you talked about?
Here, I already took it apart. I was taking that apart while she was making a scene for her roommate.
What was the roommate's involvement?
She just heard us arguing all the time whenever we would argue, and so she doesn't like me. And it was like I said, I do say sour stuff and get out of line with that, but I try to make amends with that.
Did she try to like intervene, get between you guys?
She never does any of that. She just listens.
All right. I'm gonna go and pop my head in, kind of see what's going on in there, and then I'll come back out before anything else, and then kind of get everybody up to speed. And then if it means that we kind of formulate some sort of plan to try to help you guys moving forward, we can.
Sorry about me smoking. I'm not trying to be disrespectful.
No, you're fine. Because there's many situations we're in this way where I can say, you know, you got all your stuff, you probably don't have to come back. The person or involved parties will say, I'm done, I ain't talking to him, I'm not going back, I'm not doing this. And then here we are like an hour later because we've changed our minds. And I understand you guys.
Hey, how you doing? You care if I come in?
No, of course.
Okay. So who's the one that was in the verbal dispute?
Me.
You were? Okay. So you can come slow down.
Okay.
You're okay. And are y'all roommates?
Chair just broke. Cool.
Yeah, the bad one.
Yeah, that's bad. I'll put that one away.
Okay. So you want to tell me kind of what's going on? If y'all want to keep on filling out the witness statements, you can as well.
I don't really know what else to put right here.
Were you present when it was going on?
No, but I've been living here. I've heard he's trying to say that he's trying to lie about Nikki. He's saying that she hit him and she was the one that was abusive.
Okay, so I mean, just put down some...
He's just lying. He's lying out there. So I just don't know what to write.
Okay, so I mean, have they just been verbal disputes, or?
No, I didn't want to say anything because I don't want
him like hit her, and then her being like, "Please stop! Like you're hurting me," and him just still doing it. I've heard a bunch of stuff. I live my room's right there, and they're across the hall.
Okay, you've heard all, but have you ever seen any of it? And I'm not doubting you at all. It's just you never physically seen it with your eyes. Okay, so I mean, just put down what you've heard, put down that things that he's saying. If you believe they're lies, then put that down, okay? And just put factual stuff that you know and can say is true, okay? And then
I'm too shaky, right?
you're okay. Just there's a lot going on right now. Just try and take a deep breath.
I didn't want to call anybody because, like, I do love him. We've been together for almost 2 years, and I do love the hell out of him, but, like, I can tell, and this has happened before, like, we've gotten a fight, because there was no, I tried so hard to prevent it from happening, because it was last night when I brought up us breaking up. I just told him, like, I'm not happy anymore. He's very, like, verbally abusive. He said a lot of things. He gets very violent, and you see how big he is, and he just tries to be scary. He'll get up in my face and, like, punch next to my head, so, like, he's not actually touching me. But then when I, like earlier, I was, like, in the bathroom trying to get some stuff, and he tried to slam the door, and I stood in the front of it, because I'm like, stop slamming stuff, like, we have roommates, like, stop. And he pushed me, and he kicked me in the leg until I fell off the ground so he could shut the door. And then he has some stuff, and he's bringing it outside, and like, one of his chairs, he can't fit in his car, so he brought it back in, and instead of just bringing it back in, he slammed it, and it hit a desk into my wall and broke my wall. And then I tried to shut the door while he went out, and he wanted to turn around and like body slam the door and broke my door frame in half.
Okay.
And I just wanted him to leave. Like, I don't want anything to happen. I love him. I want him just to go to his mom's house and just stay there and calm down, because he has a history of this. Like, he has a history of being angry, and then that's the reason we ever broke up, because I've been so scared of this happening, because I know he's gonna lie about me, and I don't want it. I've never done anything wrong. Like, I'm a clean slate. I don't do drugs. I'm in school. I'm an engineering major in school. Like, I've never done anything wrong. And I just don't want. I don't want him in trouble either, because at the end of the day, I've always loved him.
At the end of the day, you need to look at what's best for you, though. And you gotta understand that. And that means that him not staying here, him not being in your life, that's up to you. But and then it comes down to what's best for you.
I know, and that's why I tried to get him out amicably. Like, I wouldn't even tell my mom what was going on, because I didn't want her to have this bad vision of him.
Yeah. Do you have y'all have your IDs on you?
In my room, yeah.
Okay.
Was a domestic abuse apartment last year that he was in, and I think nothing was happening at that time. Maybe someone heard it before and called it later. Like, I don't know.
All right. I've got his end of the situation and his version of the story.
I'm inside. Yeah. Okay. Okay. That should be good that they're here. Okay. Okay. Love you.
Alright. Yeah, sorry. I know you've probably told her everything, but I'm gonna unfortunately have to ask to kind of give you at least the highlights of what you've discussed with her as well.
We've been in a relationship since August of 2021, I guess. Things have just never been good. Like, they really haven't. He's very mean, very big, very scary, and whenever, he does something that maybe he doesn't like that I do, or whatever, he, like, gets really big and scary, and will, like, punch next to my face because he wants to be intimidating. Last night I decided decided that I was going to bring this conversation because he was in a good mood. I was like, you know what, let me bring this conversation when he's in a good mood, because I feel like usually this conversation happens when we're both in a fight. And I've been thinking about this for a while because he is very abusive, verbally and physically. And I decided I was gonna, he decided to make a big deal at 3 in the morning and slamming doors. He's leaving. He also broke, not last night, but in previous times, he broke my rear view mirror. He broke my visor last night. He kicked my like the whatever it's called to reverse. He kicked it out of my car because he said I was threatening to kill him. But all I said was, I'm going on a drive, either get out or stay. Like, I just need to get out of here. And he was like, well, I'm just gonna kill myself. And I was like, please, for the love of God, take me with you. Like, joking, obviously, but I want to be out of the situation. And he kicked it, broke my car, $12,000 in repairs. That kind of, it's just constant. And then last night we had this talk, whatever. Finally, I brought him in the house because I was like, this is not what I wanted to do. Like, it wasn't supposed to be at 3 in the morning type of thing. It was supposed to be a conversation. And because he was calm until he wasn't. And then, I'm sorry, I'm in circles. And then this morning, I paid almost $300 for him to get the key back in his car because he lost the keys. He wants to say that I stole them or I threw them away or whatever, but like, why would I just spend $300? I did that. Spend that to get his car fixed. I went and got gas in his car so he could leave, so we could have some space. And he just wouldn't, like, and he came in to get his stuff and everything, and he was just mean. And then, like, I have a dog, so I'm, like, obviously, like, not wanting him to get hurt because he has before. And so I'm, like, put him in the crate, and then I go to the bathroom, and he's talking to me. So I'm standing in front of the door, and he wants to slam it. And I wouldn't move because I was like, you need to stop slamming stuff, you're going to break something. And then he kicked me to the ground, and I slammed the door, and I sat on it, and I cried, and I called my mom. And then finally he kind of leaves, and I told him, I said, and I texted him because I was like, he has a bunch of stuff still here, and I was like, do you want me to leave this here, or do you want to come get it later when you cool down? And he stores back in the house, gets it, thought he could fit in his car, couldn't, so then he ran in my room, threw it into my desk, put a hole in my wall, and he went back out again, so I like freaked out because that was scary, so I kind of closed my door, and he decides, and I was kind of standing in front of it trying to breathe, and he ran into it and broke the frame off my door.
Was it locked?
No. Like, he very easily could have just opened it and I would have been in front of it, but like, he would have just pushed it and I would have moved, or I would have told him, please stop. Like, if someone's standing in front of a door telling you to stop at their apartment, I'd be like, they should.
Which bedroom is yours?
This one right here. Here.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I can't do that.
It takes more effort than one would think to get one of these open like that.
He slammed the door into the wall. Obviously, it's not that big of a deal, but it's like scary.
Well, it is a big deal because he's out here. Guess who's going to pay for that?
I pay for everything. He doesn't have a job, doesn't even have a license. Like, I drive him everywhere. I paid for everything because he wanted to go back to school.
Chair or something in the wall.
Yeah, it was like this. It was right there.
So he just, what, did you shove it into
He
it?
shoved the chair like from the door.
Okay. Now, I know that you mentioned it's gotten physical in the past. Has it ever been reported to us?
No, because I love him, I guess. I was telling her, hey, Mom, it's okay. I was telling her last year at our old apartment, there was domestic abuse called on us. But nothing was happening, obviously, at that time. So I don't know if that was like a, oh, we think he's not home, let's call.
Well, it's like I'll tell people pretty frequently. All right, so you've expressed multiple times that his voice is quite scary and very loud, right? Imagine being on the other side of that wall and hearing that.
And that's what my roommate says
Yes.
all the time. She hears it constantly, and like,
It's scary.
I
Yeah.
have text messages to show how mean he is, even from today. He likes to call me a whore and slut and all these things. He tells me he's gonna put I have texts if you want to see them of him telling me he's gonna hit on me.
Is the majority, if not all of his belongings, are they out of this apartment?
The only thing that is his mom gave me the bed, the dresser, the nightstand.
So it's not his, though.
But I don't know if I told him, like, give me 2 days and I'll buy some more. You can have it.
Do you have a decent relationship with his mother, or?
I'd like to think so, but obviously that's his mom.
Is it his stuff or stuff that his family has just kind of given to you guys to use?
I don't know. Like, it was in his bedroom back home, but like he moved in with me, so they like got rid of it. They didn't need it, but like you can literally see. This is just from when he left.
This morning?
At 12:31. Like like he got me kicked out of my family's Thanksgiving by trying to fight my dad, and then he said, "Put my chair outside and I'll slit your neck."
Alright. So, what I'll need y'all to do, if you don't mind, is to continue writing out these statements. If there's anything of value of his in here,
Everything that's been his is I bought. Like, he had a whole computer set up that I bought that I let him take. Like, this has been, I was trying to be as amicably as possible. Like, money doesn't matter to me. Like, I can always